Hello, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Friday is when we kind of go on the lowdown, take it easy, take a chill pill, and just have some fun. You know, not too worried about where it takes us. We're just all about it's the end of the week. So, didn't realise what the time was. I was chatting to my sisters and then went, oh, it's nearly 10:30. Oh, okay. So I saw an image on Facebook today. It was a lady, I think it's a lady, advertising a course in acrylic painting. And just the brightness of the images that I saw today, it was kind of like inky smooshy in the background with like white acrylic detail and kind of abstract, but maybe with a bit of floral in there. And I thought that's up my street. Let's have a go at doing that, but the Stampin' Up version. So we don't have a white acrylic paint. We just don't. We do have a white ink that could be used to stamp on top of images. Could do that. However, sometimes I'm a little bit disappointed with the results. The white isn't quite as white as I want it. So whenever I want a really lovely clear white, I tend to emboss, heat emboss. So we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing to start off with. Then we'll do some inky smooshy, dry it off, and then possibly go in with a pen and do some extra little bits and maybe some stamping as well. We'll see. So I'm not planning on being too late tonight because I still got a couple of things going on tomorrow. I'm actually double booked. We're organising something for a friend who's expecting tomorrow. I don't think she watches my channel, but just in case, I'm not going to say what we're going to do. I'll tell you all about it next week. So I've been prepping for that, but I actually have double booked myself. I'm actually teaching a class to a group tomorrow. So just some basic card making. It's a birthday party for somebody, so I'm going to just do some simple card making with this group. And yeah, so I just need to finish off packing for that. So let's look at the desk. I've got my embossing buddy. Sorry, I should have done that on screen, but I've just used this. So whenever you go to do heat embossing, it's recommended that you use some kind of something like this. I mean, I know there's others on the market now. They look rather posh compared to this, but this is perfectly adequate. It's just a bag with some powder in, and you swish that all over, and it stops any oily residue then having embossing powder stuck to it. All right, then you need to find yourself a Versamark or other type of embossing ink pad. And the reason why this is rather special is because it's slow drying. So it allows you to stamp your image, put embossing powder over it, and then heat it. So what I want to do is use some of these elements. And, oh, I've still got that one out from last night, but that's okay. Just grab, I'm sure I had a stamping mat here a second ago. I did have a parcel today from Stampin' Up, so I do have some new product to show you as well. Quite like the idea of this daisy. I think this would go really nicely. So my plan is to do maybe 8 sort of sections of art, as it were. So if I do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm using the what's this called? Natural Botanical stamp set, which is free with a £55 spend at the moment. I'm making sure you really know about this because I think it's such a lovely stamp set. I don't want you to miss out on it. So if you're planning to place an order this month, this is one of the kind of nice options that you have. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of flowers. Pop one there. Okay. Then the other stamp that I wanted to put on here is some kind of text. So I've got a leaf there. So I might just pop that there. Maybe up there. Which I don't need my mat anymore because it's not photopolymer. Then across there. And I can just barely see my stamping from previously. So, all right. Put these stamps away quickly. Just get them out of the way. And quickly grab my white embossing powder. This is probably the most frantic I'll be tonight because I really want to get this powder on before all this lovely ink dries. Oh, that's white mixed with silver. No, I don't want that. I just want white. Oh, wrong box. Sorry, guys. There we go. Just gonna sprinkle that on. Let it do its magic. And just grab. Oh, I need a dry brush. I've got this little mark there. This is a helpful brush. This comes with the embossing. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's like a little kit. And you get the brush, you get tweezers, and what's the other thing that you get? Oh, the tray and an embossing buddy. It's like I think it's called Embossing Additions Kit or something. Okay. Pop that there. Make sure you put this all back in the pot for another day. Don't want to lose any of this. Precious powder. So, who is in the chat tonight? Welcome if you're watching the replay. Just plugging myself in. Hi everyone, let's see who's here. Hi Terry, hi Heather, Tracy, Susan, Anne, Lisa, Sabra, Glenna, Jackie, Shaz, Monica, Georgiana, Jenny, Anne. Oh, hi Patricia, good to see you. Hi William, hi Jodie. For those of you interested, I've put 3 more classes on Book When yesterday and today. So there's a stamping for scrapbooking class. Oh, actually, sorry, no, there's one I haven't put on there. I was going to list the mini album one. I haven't done that yet. That was my plan for this evening, and then my sister called me. Hi, Carolee. Nearly there, just this last section to do. All right. Now I need to grab my silicone mat. It's got hot glue on one side, but one side's a bit cleaner. It's kind of good. And I'm going to get my re-inkers. I'm going to get the brights and the in colours, current in colours. Now I need to make sure I have some spritzers. Now this will be interesting. I may have to run in the house to do this, but I'll see. Oh, that's fun. Look, I've got all these spritzers and they're all empty. Oh, but I do have a bit of water in here. Okay, let's fill up one of my spritzers. Go from there. Let's try that. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Gina. I know I'll need a few more than just one, so I'm just going to do another one. Hi, Janice. Oh, Janice, you're going to love it tonight. We're going to get all ink smooshy. All right, I'll leave that for now. Oh, pull up my chair. Oh. And a swig of drink. Pull up my sleeves. All right, so for those just joining, I've just heat embossed these images on here. It's going to be quite fun. I think it'll be a surprise to some of you because you didn't see me stamp it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop a blob of Petunia Pop, blob of Pretty in Pink, and a blob of Peach Pie. Then get my spritzer, and I don't want to go too close because I don't want to spray that all over my desk. You know, I want it to stay on here, so I'm going to go from about, what's that, 10 inches away, and just allow the water just to build up on the mat like that. Just sort of see that colour move about a bit. I've still got some intense sort of spots there, which I kind of do want. I'm just going to move them slightly. And then go. And then I'm going to go in here and do some smooshing. And I do want different colours on each one. I've never done this before, so I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not too kind of precious really about it. I'm just kind of pushing down in sort of the three colours, just to sort of see what happens. Oh, I've caught it on there as well, but that's all right. A bit of that and a bit of that. I'm just focusing on one side for now. Perhaps I should have just cut it, but anyway. All right. I want to leave some of these nice white spaces. I don't want it all to cover it all really. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I don't know, should we go for a slightly different combination now? Go for... Actually, before I go for another combination, I'm just going to pop a little bit of Berry Burst onto my mat, because I want a bit of intense colour just in a couple of areas here. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And I'm wondering now if I can flick this residue. I can do a bit of flicking that on. There we go, a little bit of flickage there. Love that. Love that. I might come in more with some more colours later because I can't quite see that colour there. Ooh, let's see if I can do that now. No. All right, I might need to come in. Oh, I can do it with my paintbrush, can't I? Oh yes, Ruth, that's what paintbrushes are for. Yeah, because I couldn't see that image there at all. So that needs a bit more. Actually, I'm going to go back to just a little dab of Pretty in Pink. And just do some additional okay. All right, I'm happy with that. Actually, I think I'm going to go for a different colour scheme now. I'm going to go for the whole lime and yellow and all that kind of colour. Oh, thank you. When was this class, Ruth? Not done this one yet. No, just making this class up as I go along. Lisa, you know me. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. Right, lemon lime twist. Daffodil. And I think a bit of azure. Right. Whew. It's going to be fun. Right, now this one, I can try and concentrate it in this area here. And then I'm kind of basically trying to concentrate the ink where I've already embossed, because I want the embossing to show up. That's my issue here. So, ew, a little bit of drippage there. Don't mind if it wants to go into the other colour. Not too worried about that. Just give that a little spray just to collect the leftovers, and maybe one little drop. Oh, got it on my fingers and the lid. Don't want to waste that. So there's just an area here that the leaf has not got any on, so I really want that leaf to show up. So there we go, that's a bit better. Also that bit there. Oh, and I've got a little area there that hasn't got anything, so it's okay. I'm happy to go in and just pop some of that in there. Maybe a little dash more yellow. Okay, quite like that. I think while it's drying, I'm just going to grab my azure pen and do some ink splattage while it's still a bit damp, because the splatters do something different when the paper's dry, wet, than when it's dry. So I'll add those on now. There we go. Maybe a bit of pretty in pink. Those. Lovely. All right, so we'll let this dry. Just going to get my heat gun out again. Sorry about the noise, everybody. Ah, thanks, Monica. Yeah, so the gift voucher system works really well at Christmas time. So if you're someone who takes my classes and you're perhaps one of those really difficult people that nobody in your family knows what to buy for you, then consider perhaps asking them, send them the link to my vouchers, and they can buy you a Zoom class with me. Or perhaps you've never taken a Zoom class with me and you don't want to spend your own money. Just ask your friends to buy you one. Yeah, and if you have any questions about what to expect at one of my Zoom classes, please do ask. There are lots of people on here who've taken them. Yeah, there's a big white area here. Yeah, I've deliberately left white space, Lisa. Yeah, I've deliberately left white space because I want to go in here now and do some additional stamping and maybe some additional drawing. So for those of you who, night, Shaz, sleep well, my sweet. The inspirational kind of picture that I saw earlier was like smooshy with white acrylic paint. And so I'm kind of doing my version of it. Just need to grab some stamps that've got just some texture bits on it. La, 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 la. Oh, that was it. I was trying to remember where I was seeing this and found it. Sorry about that. No, I've deliberately tried to create sort of 8 sections here. That's what's happening. Okay. Yeah. So this texture here I thought would be quite interesting to use if you're not confident doing doodling, not scribbling. It is kind of scribbling, but doodling. Then a stamp like this is really good. So I'm going to go with a bit of berry burst, I think. Just a bit of section up there as well. Okay. I'm going to try and not do too much. I don't want to go overboard the imagery because I really want the white space to still be there. of peach pie. So I'm just having fun with pattern and juxtaposition. There we go. Oh, and then the other idea I had was to put this nice leaf in there as well. Maybe to do that in quite a dark colour. So maybe early espresso. Oh, Blackberry Bliss. Let's go for Blackberry Bliss. Because I want something that's kind of quite dark. Like I could go black, but I didn't want to do black. So let's go for Blackberry Bliss. Good old Blackberry Bliss. You had snow this afternoon in Dorset. Oh, and Jane is nearly expiring with heat. Well, there we go. That's the various weather announcements that we get doing a live. I love it. It's fascinating. Like we can all be together, but across the world. So I think I'd like some of my images just to stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to go in and with my pen and just colour in those. And maybe a bit of peach. No, not peach, sorry. This is petal pink. Just so it's a slightly different from the colour underneath. To give it a bit of definition there. Oh, let's get you guys in a bit more. There we go. You can see what I'm doing now. And you can be as detailed about this as you want. If you want to go and do some posh blending, you can do, but I kind of feel that you've already got interesting splotches behind the scenes, so you don't necessarily need a lot of colouring in, but it is nice to have the flower actually stand out a little bit. Oh, and then we've got this nice daisy as well, so let's do Right, and then what you do is you get a tissue and you just need to rub over the top of the white embossing so that the water-based ink just comes off it. Just to burnish, no, that's not the right word. Rub it off so you can actually see it. I kind of feel like I want more Blackberry Bliss in there. Very tempted just to go in with a pen and just do stuff. The great thing is, because I've got 4 of these kind of or 8 of these sections, if I don't like it, it's fine. I only make a mistake on one of them. Just felt like it needed a bit of contrast. If it's not to your taste, you don't have to do this. Just fancied a bit of a doodle. Actually, I quite like it. Maybe on this one I could do some more splattage. Yep. What else could I do? Maybe go darker with one of the petals. Oh, that works well, doesn't it? Oh, shall we go Blackberry Bliss for one of these now? That was me going all kind of like softly sloughy with the petal, petal pink, but actually it needed something real contrast and much darker. Because it's got that lovely contrast with the white embossing powder, so that works really nice. Oh, now this one I could do a combination of the two. So I'll do berry burst at the tip of the petals. This is a newer pen. This is the new versions. This is an older pen. So the nib is going a little bit on this one. It's not as precise as it used to be. But it's okay. So it's okay to change your mind if something's not working, if you feel like, you know, something's too in the background, you just add contrast and it helps it come to the foreground. So always darker colours help things to pop a bit more. And sometimes you might decide, you know, I don't want anything to be in the foreground, I like it all soft. That's fine. So what should we do with these ones now? Oh, got this nice image here. Excuse me. That might be nice. I'm going to go for a bit of blueberry bushel. Make it really stand out. thinking I'd like some of this nice script in here now. Okay, that'll do. Bit of pretty peacock flicage. Ooh, do we want to colour some of these leaves in pretty peacock? Should we see? Shall we see? Shall we see? Oh, that's quite dramatic. It's nice, isn't it? That's quite fun. Is that an open ink pad? No, no, it's closed. You know what? I like that so much. I'm just going to do that on this one as well. I thought I would really like just the white against the inky smooshy, but the inky smooshy, I suppose, is not as dark as I wanted it to be. So I'm having to go in there and add the darker contrast, which is fine. You know, that's, if you don't play, you won't find out what it is exactly that you like and want. So I'm just gonna do these daisies. Actually, I quite like those daisies almost being invisible. You've got the centre and then they kind of... It's like, are they there? Are they not there? This is definitely like a stamping and doodle exercise. It's like you could just go, oh, what if this goes, you know, what can I do now? And see, I've just coloured these petals in because I wanted to. Because I wanted them to show up a bit more. Playtime with ink. I'll do that with pink here. Yeah, this tip is definitely not as neat as some of the other tips anymore, but that's okay. Just keep going. All right, that was fun. Oh, thank you, Monica. Thank you, Terry. All right, so I want to take a photograph of this, a proper photo. So I'm just going to, you guys are going to have to look at my face for a second instead. Oh no, I've pressed the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Here I am. Right, I just need to take a proper photo. Oh, I could have done it there. Oh, anyway, I'll just put my camera up. I'll take a decent picture of that because I want a record of this because I've not done this before. This might make it into a new smooshy water class. There's a couple of water classes that I teach. Oh, you know what I would have loved to have stamped on this? The old stitching stamp set. I still have it, but that's what I would have liked to have done. Right, I'll take a photo of it. I'm kind of looking at it and thinking I could draw my own stitching. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll just do it myself. I'm going to do more doodling, I think. NB cards make a lot of smooshing cards. What's an NB card, Anne? I'm going to just do pretend stitching like that. I'm doing some cross stitch down here. It's where the thread's gone wonky. Oh, you guys not see me? Hold on. Sorry, I thought you were watching me that whole time. Bear with. You've just missed all this gorgeous little, like, stuff I've been doing. Oh, restart. Okay. I know my program didn't restart. Right. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Right. Sorry. So what you missed was I did some scribbling there. Then I did some running stitch there. And then I did some running stitches across there. And then some stitches as in pen stitches. And then I did some scribbly wibbly there and some stitches across it. And then I did some little cross stitches down there. Natalie Bowers. Oh, okay, cool. I think I've heard of her. Ah, right. So I've started just messing up that beautiful image now, Lisa, with my scribbles. But I just feel like it needed more on it. I'm going to do some scribbles up here as well. Okay. Right, and then over here I'll use Pretty Peacock to do some squibbly wibblies. This is how I do it. I hold the pen upright, and I kind of let my hand jiggle a little bit, and I'm deliberately trying not to draw a straight line. There we go. Just do a jiggly wibbly. It's okay. Just embrace the jiggle. I can't believe I just said that. That didn't come out how I thought it was going to come out. Embrace the jiggle. I've embraced my jiggle. Oh, I tell you what, Lisa, one of these could be a lesson for Artful Stampin School. But the only thing is, I don't know, everyone's got re-inkers. That's the issue. I'll have to just do a poll in Artful Stampin School and find out if people have got re-inkers. And if they haven't, maybe do it towards the end of the year. But I think this would make a really good lesson. Oh, the other issue is embossing as well. Not everyone's got a heat embosser yet. Not heat embosser, heat tool. Squiggle. Yes, it's very much mixed media. Yeah. It basically, it says you're getting a sewing machine out. You just do it with your pen. Yeah. Just do it with your pen. You don't need to get the sewing machine out. I mean, the sewing machine is great, but, you know, imagine me having to lug that onto my desk. No, thank you. Just do it with a pen. It doesn't have to be a fancy pen. I know I've got the Stampin' Up ones, but you really don't need to. They don't need to be. Felt tip pen is perfectly adequate. Or any fine liner type thing. Got inkers, not markers. Okay. Maybe Artful Stampin School 2026 then. All right, I'm a bit happier with that now. Okay, I'm going to take another photo. Now, I think I noticed I might be able to do that with my app. Yes, I can. Yes, I just took a photo. Oh, brilliant. I didn't need to sign out at all. Right. Should we do some cutting up then? Thank you, Jenny. Jenny, have you got a heat tool? I was kind of thinking of you, really, because I wasn't sure what you've got. All right, so as I said, we're going to get 8 out of this. Oh, do you want to look at it through the... Right, number 1 template. If you haven't downloaded these templates and made your own, I do recommend that you do that. Go to Ko-fi, my Ko-fi storefront. There we go. So could just cut these into 4, but I have, as I said, designed these to be cut up into 8 pieces. And you can kind of see I already had that in mind because each one is like its own little piece of artwork. So 2026, I can't wait that long. Maybe we do an Inky Artful Stampin summer school. I think that's what we need to do. because I'd love to organise almost like a 3-day retreat situation. I love that you're cutting it. Oh, thanks, Terry. Oh, see, look, look, that scrap. Isn't that gorgeous? See, you could cut these further. Like you could cut that in half and that would just be beautiful. That needs more, but oh, I love it. Summer retreat. Well, sorry, winter retreat for the Aussies and the New Zealanders. You don't? Oh, Jenny, I've got an old one that you can... this is great. I'm having a lovely clear out. I'm just passing stuff to Jenny. It's great. Anything that's slightly wonky, I'm going, Jenny, have it. So she can get started. Or, Jenny, I tell you what I was thinking. You need to set up a wish list ready for your birthday. And that is what you need to do. And then that way, when someone says, what do you want for your birthday? You go, here's the catalogue. This is what I want. Right. Oh, that one's not so interesting. That's okay. We can make you interesting. Just put a little bit of ink on there. Right, so let's have a look. Which ones are the boring ones? All right, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That one's all right. That one's all right. That one's all right. That needs something across the top. Okay. This is great. You can just go in afterwards and do a bit of scribble-dibble-dibble. And yeah, that was the boring one. Yeah, that might need some extra there. That feels like it needs some more somewhere. Oh, I didn't do zigzag stitch. Let's do a bit of zigzag. Who needs the stamp set when you've got a pen? Then you can pretend there's a bit of thread falling off. There we go. What else does that need? I feel like it needs some extra. And the zigzag doesn't have to be perfect. It's just wiggly zigzag. That one just needed kisses. Yeah, but I can lend you stuff till then. So you need white ink. I mean, I'll lend you my old white ink pad, so that's fine. But you need to put the white ink pad on your list, a heat tool, and the Versamark ink pad and the embossing powders. That's what you need. Yeah, it will come around faster than you think. When you think we're in February now, and that was what was 5 months away. That's beginning of January, beginning of December, beginning of November, beginning of October, beginning of September. But miss, I haven't done this year's homework. Yeah, Hazel. You've got how long have you got to finish your homework? Ooh, a few more days, because I think I'm releasing the next thing next week. Your next bits of work to do. Well, the great thing about Artful Stampin School is that if you don't complete it on time, it's absolutely fine. You don't get detention, and the lesson is there for you to rewatch, and your classmates are just really happy when you catch up. I mean, it's probably the only school that, you know, people are just happy for you to hand in your homework whenever you want. Right, my lovelies, I am very happy with that bit of playing. It's taken a bit longer than I thought it was going to take, but I've enjoyed every minute. And I will chart this up. I think I'll keep these as a potential class to do. I probably should write a list of what I needed. What did I use? You know, bad out. I'll write a list now. So we needed, so this was just literally like normal white, basic white cardstock. Then re-inkers, white embossing powder, Versamark, the buddy, and then the heat tool. And then silicone matte, there, silicone matte, and then marker pens. And some stamps. So I would say, what, bold image stamps, should we say? Bold image stamps, botanical. Thanks for the super chats, everybody. I really appreciate that. Just filled water pens. Joanna Frares, you need to fill your spritzers. Oh, that's what else you need. Spritzer. Yeah, I used one water pen, but I actually didn't. I used the paintbrush bit rather than the water pen. But it's fine to, yeah, fill it up. You might use it. Bold image stamps, and then some texture stamps. And I'll put script. Oh, and doodles. Right, what should we call this? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'll just put this all in one file and I'll keep this. I won't use these. Okay, so just if you're interested how I would use these then on a card, I think that because these just look so amazing, like to me they're like little mini pieces of artwork, I would probably just pop that on a card like that, and that would be it. So yeah, I think I could teach this as an in-person class as well at the Hive. So I'll probably will do this class at some point. So if anyone's watching me who's local to me and wants to do this as a class, I could easily do this one. There we go. Yeah, I just don't think it needs much more. The only thing I perhaps like, that one I've gone around the edge of it with a pen. Like I think, yeah, just going around the edge, just put a fine thin line of colour, saves a bit of time and money, because then it saves me having to cut an actual piece of card out. But if you wanted to go the extra mile and do that, of course you could do it. Use it as a front of a journal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it would look beautiful. Just see. Look. Put that there. Yeah, that would just look beautiful. Like if I did it in a slightly different configuration, if I knew I was going to cut it up to make an album or something, I would have stamped it in a slightly different way. Because I knew I was going to cut it up into this formation, I deliberately stamped those images where I did. So sometimes it's helpful to have an idea of what you're going to be using it for, what project you're going to be using it for, and then, or sometimes just play, just have fun and play. So Right, any questions? Joanna's preparing herself. Don't forget lots of towels. Yeah, if you are worried that you might get water everywhere, yes, get a spare towel. Certainly you do need a piece of tissue, but if for those of you who joined late, I was very careful when I sprayed my silicone mat. I held my spritzer quite high up and just built up the water. I didn't kind of go full force and really close, otherwise it would have sprayed everywhere. I didn't do that. So I was actually quite self-controlled for once. Oh, not like me. There we go. All right. What does Hazel say? I'm moving to Wales. Well, I mean, seriously, I would love to organise a midweek like retreat in Wales. Like there is local hotels. If people are happy to book their own hotels, I could organise something at the Hive. Yeah, no, genuinely, please, 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 if there's anybody in the UK who perhaps would like to come and hang out, maybe, I suppose, book 2 nights at a hotel. So we've got a local hotel called the Royal Oak Hotel. And then I know somebody who has a B&B. There's Airbnbs around the place. And other little, there's the Westwood Hotel, which is literally down the road from my house. I could give a list of different hotels, and then like we could, yeah, kind of, yeah, book a few days. Now the only thing is that at the Hive we do have some things that happen, like so every Thursday morning there's a certain group, but what we could do is just have a morning off that day maybe and just go for a walk. We've got Powys Castle we could go and have a look at, you know, just have a really lovely little wander around Welshpool. So you have relatives in Oswald Street. Oh, awesome, Heather. That's like 20-minute drive from Welshpool. Yeah. So no, genuinely, I'd love to. It's been something I've wanted to do for ages, is some kind of get together. So that would be so cool. Okay, my darlings, have a lovely weekend. I've just got to go and finish packing for an event tomorrow. And yeah, have a great, great weekend. And give you time to save for 2026. Oh, well, I'll do a test run, Lisa, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just really gutted. Oh, excuse me. That there are no. Actually, we have got one being built. A hotel that has proper accessibility, like proper accessibility with like a wet room in the for the bed bathrooms. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like that as yet, like hotel wise. But we are supposed to be having a hotel complex being built on the outskirts of town, and that would be awesome once it's built, because I think legally they have to put stuff like that in. So that would be fun, wouldn't it? Oh look, and I mustn't forget the tiny little piece of artwork here that I cut off. Where's that other little bit? That needs a bit of work on it, but that one's beautiful. I love that. I love the way it goes from that bright pink into that limey green there. So much fun. Lovely to see you, Gina and Anne. Take care. But with, you know, in the meantime, I'll try and organise a virtual one. Lots of love, everybody. And you all soon. Please check out also the new classes listed in Book When. And I will go and try and list the one for the little album as well, if I've got time tonight. All right. Lots of love.